fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse, I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kiru's show here. And now, it has been a minute since I have visited this series, but I believe I remember where I have left off. Now, in the last part, we had Izuki. She went into the monster's head and found that it was Mina Ashido, or this universe's version of what would be the Red She-Hulk. Now, with that being said, after running throughout the depths of her mind, they eventually came upon one of Izuki's memories. And Izuki, she fired a shot at the monster. Now, with that being said, the shot would whisk throughout the air and hit the monster directly in the right eyeball. And Izuki, she would instruct Mina to run, dragging her into a certain direction. She might be as her younger self, but she's still able to maintain mobility, quickly pulling Mina to where a different memory would be, as they're back inside that concert hall, on the stage. And Izuki can quickly feel the memory fading and changing, turning back into a firing range. Now, Mina is watching this, asking what is going on here. Izuki having blood pour from one of her nostrils, talking about how they need to move fast, as she runs up onto the stage. And she quickly pulls back one of the veils, finding an opening, telling Mina to just run. Now, Mina quickly begins to get through, and Izuki goes through as well. This being where she wakes back up, back inside that bunker, as somebody is bending down and looking at her, asking her if she's alright. Her reaching out her hand and being pulled to her feet. Finding that Shinsho helped her back up. Her quickly just saying yeah, and taking this piece off of her head. As she does ask exactly what happened with Mina. Mina? Wait, is that thing's name? That thing? Yeah. Her quickly taking a step forwards and looking over the railing. Finding that the giant monster is slowly decreasing in size. And as it does, eventually it shrinks back down into Mina, who quickly does at least drop onto her hands and knees and quickly does begin to vomit, before looking around, confused as to what's going on. Now, with that being said, Izuki, she does grapple down and take a few steps forwards, saying that it's a long story, and that her power is quite extreme. In fact, she should know, throwing her finger over her shoulder saying that she threw that at her the other day, or the last time they were here. Izuki pointing down at the tank, and Mina looks confused, looking up at her hands and seeing. Did she really do that? No. This has got to be a joke, right? Seriously, come on. Where's everyone at? All my friends. Sorry to tell you this, Mina, but back at the USJ, everything I told you earlier, it's all true. Your friends are well, most of them, they're dead. Now, the moment that Yuzuki does say this, Mina gets sad, and she begins to cry. Yuzuki explained to her that they know who did it. This being where she does look up, and you do see a bit of flames come out from her eyes, as her skin slowly starts to turn red. Izuki then telling her to stay calm. If she wants to get angry, then use that rage. The people who killed her friends, they're called AIM. They took over one of their facilities a few months ago. And in fact, they know where a few more are. So, if she wants someone to get angry at, well, we can point you in the right direction. Her holding out her hand and asking if she would like to join the resistance. Now, after she's pulled to her feet, they quickly do leave, getting back to the facility and informing everyone as to who their new friend is. Now, we do have later on into that day, with Izuki talking with Mina in her personal quarters, where Mina is set up at currently. She does have a few, well, articles of clothing and some uniforms. Mainly, a spare copy of what Izuki is currently wearing. Now, Mina talks about how weird this entire thing is, and about how much she's been currently learning. The outside world has changed quite a lot from the last time she laid her eyes on it. And it's been weird. Not only learning about what happened to Mr. Aizawa, or Eraserhead disappearing, and about, well, All Might. However, she was surprised to find that Endeavor was still alive. Now, with that being said, Izuki, she told Mina that, for right now, she just needs to stay here and get settled in. And that they can commence combat training and possibly get her sent on a mission. However, she does need to be aware. If she cannot control that hulking power, then she is going to be a liability. Izuki straight up asking her if she believes she will be good controlling that power. Otherwise, she could kill someone around her. Mina, looking down at her hand for 1 second, and thinking, if she cannot control this power, then what else is she going to do? She was basically forced to have this. And she does remember certain things that she saw in her head. She doesn't remember all of them. She's guessing she's blocking those ones out. But she does just somewhat look up, and at least slowly nod. Izuki walking out, and going to a command center, or what would be an office. As she does sit down, she begins to start typing things in. Now, she's trying to look for more information, and apparently all for one's reign or control over Japan has been slowly increasing. People have tried going against him. However, one day this man appeared from nowhere, and he killed All Mights, along with the fact that he has an army of mindless creatures with him. And he's promised everyone power who backs him. Ironically, that didn't take too long to spark something in people. So, here we are. Japan is in the middle of a civil war. The government's against a monster. And then there they are. And the shadows fighting against another war. Hell. If people around the world knew what was truly going on here, what would they do? Even then, the idea of a shadow organization pulling strings like this, it's strange. Exactly how involved would AIM be with All For One, though? Did they supply him with technology? No, that can't be the case. Hmm. So maybe our goals are different. They want to take down All For One, we want to take down AIM. But if we were to reveal this to the president of Japan, what would happen? Does he already know about them? It's quite possible. Even then, he might try and use them against All For One, and that could possibly backfire. Izuki trying to think about this in a logical and tactical way. Now, she simply does at least begin to peruse the dark web and try and learn a bit more information. Now, Izuki, she is looking around. After about an hour or so of looking through different types of weapons you can get from a dealer, or, well, vehicles and other types of equipment that may or may not be legal, she does eventually come across something. It is technically within the wrong page, but she does look at it, and she does find it to be quite interesting. It is just a single page. When you click on it, something begins to play, and it's a bit of a video. Izuki trying to recognize the language, and finding out that it's Japanese, yes, but at the same time, it sounds wrong. So, she quickly does take a pen and begin to start writing it down. Now, with that being said, she does also hear a few other things, and she writes them down as well, trying to figure out what this is. Now, upon closer inspection, she quickly realizes that this is backwards, and she does at least pick up the paper and walk over to a mirror, bring it up, and reading what's on the mirror. Now, after she does that, she quickly goes back over to the computer, downloading the video and playing it in reverse, hearing the entire message. It's congratulating them on finding the hidden message, but there is still more, and that they are posting this across everywhere they can. They are looking into taking down All For One, and they need people. Now, they talk about more and more things, and go on explaining that this is going to be their encrypted message. If they can find it, they can get closer to finding them. It then giving a few hints and ideas, talking about how you need to start your journey here, and that a famous man, well, he's high in intelligence, and he's unpredictable. So what does that mean? Yuzuki's just thinking about that, and trying to understand it. But it then quickly does somewhat click, talking about one other thing, and then ending with a statement that says you too can be a hero, and that they need to keep All Might's message alive. Now, the video then does end where it would have began, and Yuzuki, she does actually find this to be quite interesting, heading out of the office and quickly leaving. Her taking a bike and leaving the base, heading into the city, and wanting to understand something a little bit more. With this, she does go to the one place she does believe the message does make sense at. You too can become a hero at the start of your journey. And we do actually have where she does pull up to. Her parking her bike directly outside of UA and sneaking onto the campus grounds. Now, the school security is still active, but mainly, no one has been here in up to at least 2 to 3 months. All for One quickly made sure that this place was a battleground, and heroes try to defend and keep the school safe. Meanwhile, people are being subjected to different things. She was lucky to get here without finding a Nomu, but most likely there might be one here. So, let's see what she can do about that. Now, she does wander around and actually head inside the school. Her unlocking the door by reaching into a broken window and opening it, as she quickly begins to walk throughout the halls. Eventually, she does find Class 1A, where she had that one memory, where she found Mina. Her walking over and putting her hand on the desk, and quickly at least thinking about how things shouldn't have ended up the way they did. Bakugo is a vigilante, along with that girl with him. Damn it. This is all just so complicated. I should have at least gone here. Tried maintaining my cover. Instead, I thought it would be a good idea just to run off. Maybe if I was there that day. No, don't think that way. Izuki, it wasn't your fault. They attacked the USJ. You at least made sure he was alive. You made sure to save people. Even then, your allies helped you. That's right. Now, with that, Izuki, she does actually hear something. And she quickly does begin to hide. Her getting out of the moonlight, and her suit helping her camouflage into the darkness. Now, instead of hearing what might be a Nomu, she begins to hear someone start speaking, along with another person, talking about certain things, and that they really should make sure no one is here. And that the door was unlocked, correct? Yes, Mr. Nezu. In fact, that's just the entire thing. We do not know who's here. That is quite troubling. Then again, the school's been, well, supposedly run down for a while. I do not believe our intruder is a threat. How so, Mr. Nezu? Well, think about it like this. Why would you break into an abandoned school? Unless you saw her message. Correct. And well, from what our friend, the Punisher, told us, she is very perceptive. Mr. Nezu stopping outside of Class 1A and telling their friend here that she doesn't need to hide anymore in the darkness. In fact, they are well aware that she is there. And that they were well aware that, well, she's on school grounds anyways. Now, Izuki quickly does step out of the darkness, and actually does bring up a gun in her hand, asking exactly who are they. One man saying that he is Sir Night-Eye. Well, Mr. Nezu introduces himself. He is the principal of the school. Okay, nice try. Why would a principal still be in this abandoned building? Oh no, no, young miss. This place is not abandoned. Yes. In fact, this place is far from it. We simply just went into hiding. Hiding? Well, yes. Sir Night-Eye activating his quirk and seeing how the situation might play out, telling Izuki that she needs to stay calm and to trust them. In fact, just follow them for right now, and they can prove everything. And if it does make her more comfortable, they will lead the way. Him then informing Mr. Nezu that they should go now, and that within 5 minutes someone else is going to be here, possibly a threat. Alright then, we need to move quickly. Mr. Nezu quickly running off, Sir Night-Eye following. And Izuki, she does hesitate. Now, she actually does ask Sir Night-Eye exactly how do they know Bakugo? Easy. He's been around. Around? Yes. In fact, I won't get too much into specifics about it. It's fairly complicated. But for right now, you need to come with us. Alright. Okay. Izuki, actually, bring her hand up to her ear, turning on her comms, radioing into her people that she is currently at UA High School, and that she is met with Sir Night-Eye and a man going by Principal Nezu, and that if she is not active within the next 24 hours, this is her last known location. She is currently heading to her, giving details as to where she's headed, as they head through a secret passageway in the downstairs. Now, with that, they are currently underneath UA High School, and Izuki, she does actually see quite a lot of things going on. There are a lot of pro heroes down here. And then, she does actually watch as Cementos is currently creating a new passageway, while another pro hero is helping to dig it out. Now, with that being said, Izuki, she is briefly escorted throughout the entire area. Certain people looking at her and wondering who she is. While there are people who do look at her, Izuki does notice that they look a bit more suspicious, as if they do not trust her. Then again, that would be correct. They don't know who she is. Now, she is eventually sat down somewhere. And Sir Night-Eye does actually see how things will play out, as he does instruct Principal Nezu that he would need to go find one of their other guests. Well, if that would be the most accurate way of playing things out, then I believe that that would work. Izuki wondering what they do mean, as a few minutes do go by. And somebody does return, with Principal Nezu, as we do actually see them. Izuki watching as a woman in a suit and a golden mask does walk in. Now, the moment that she does walk in, she sees Izuki, and she tries to keep her calm, telling Izuki that it's quite nice to meet her again, as she does sit down, going on to state that the last time she saw her, she almost got killed. Well, yes. That would be accurate if I believe so, but then again, are you sure that was the last time we saw each other? Because I could have swore you tased me. That's fair. I kind of forgot about that. Then again, I've just been a bit more busy. You know, with All for One. That's fair, I've been busy on my own. In fact, I do have at least one question though. Where are we? What is this place? And why do you have your little message on the dark web? So she did find it. We were hoping you would. Bakugo has said a lot about you, but he doesn't want to see you right now. See me? Please. I basically lived with him before UA. In fact, I stayed at his house. I knew his mother. And, well, I was gonna go see her soon. Balko wouldn't allow that. I don't care what he will allow. If he wants to tell me this, he can tell me face to face. Alright, well then. Can I at least tell me who you are? You first. Alright. I believe that you don't recognize me then with this mask on. Her bringing her hand up, grabbing her mask and pulling it away from her face. Izuki having her eyes somewhat widen. As you do see Momo Yaoyorozu, the woman behind the golden mask. Now, with that being said, I do believe that is a good point to leave this off of. And I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing night. I will catch you guys in the next part.